Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 5. It is round 17. It's the last round before the finals. We've got some ripper games coming up. We'll get stuck into it. Let's go to GWS Giants versus Melbourne at Giant Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter's nearly done. And we've got Giants kicking 5 goals, 35 to Melbourne 139 in that first quarter. Giants are up by 26 points. Let's go to the second quarter. And the Giants have kicked 6 goals, 3 to Melbourne, 3 goals, 2. And at halftime, Giants are up by 45 points. Let's go to the third quarter. In the third quarter, Melbourne have kicked 6 goals, 1. Giants, 5 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, the Giants have got a handy lead. Let's go to the last quarter. In the last quarter, very even. Giants kicking 3 goals, 2 to Melbourne, 3 goals, 3. Giants win by 38 points. Final scores 19-11, 125 Giants. Melbourne 13-9, 87. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Sydney Swans versus North Melbourne. And the first quarter's done. Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 40 to North Melbourne, 2 goals, 16. 24 points up, Sydney. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 6 to North Melbourne, 3 goals, 2. And at half time, Sydney are up by 46 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, North Melbourne kicking 4 goals, 3 to Sydney, 2 goals, 1. And at three-quarter time, Sydney are up by 32 points. Let's go to the last quarter. In the last quarter, Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 3 to North Melbourne, 2 goals, 1. And Sydney win by 58 points. Sydney final score 2014, 134 to North Melbourne, 11-10, 76. All right, let's go to the next game. It is West Coast Eagles versus Hawthorn at Optus Stadium. West Coast, they've kicked 6 goals, 6 to Hawthorn, 3 goals, 3. And let's go to the second quarter. West Coast are up by 21 points. Second quarter's West Coast have kicked 5 goals, 2 to Hawthorn, 4 goals, 5. And it's still 24 points, the difference. All right, at half time, let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Hawthorn have kicked 4 goals, 1 to West Coast, 2 goals, 2. And at three-quarter time, it's only 13 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, West Coast have won by 17 points. They kicked 3 goals, 2 to Hawthorn, 2 goals, 4. West Coast final score 16-12, 108 to Hawthorn, 13-13, 91. All right, let's go to the match of the round. It is Port Adelaide versus Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. It's the battle of the top spot. We've got Adelaide Crows. They've kicked 5 goals, 4, 34 to Port Adelaide, 4-2, 26. 8 points of difference Adelaide's way. Second quarter. Second quarter, Adelaide's kicked 6 goals, 1 to Port Adelaide, 5 goals, 5. And 10 points the difference at halftime by to Adelaide. Third quarter, Adelaide have kicked 5 goals, 1 to Port Adelaide, 4-3. Three-quarter times, 14 points Adelaide's way. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Adelaide have won by 8 points. They kicked 3 goals, 6 to Port Adelaide, 4-6. Final scores, Port Adelaide 17-16, 118 to Adelaide 19-12, 126. All right. So that's that has Adelaide on top. with the minor premiership win. Let's go to the next game. It's Carlton versus Essendon. Carlton have kicked 4 goals, 3 to Essendon, 6-5, 41. These two teams played in the grand final in Dice season 4. We've got Carlton kicking 6 goals, 2 to Essendon, 5-3. And at halftime, Essendon are up by 9 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Carlton have kicked 5 goals, 5 to Essendon, 2-4. And at three-quarter time, Carlton lead by 10 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Carlton, they've won by 38 points. They kicked 6 goals, 3 to Essendon, 1-5. Carlton final score 21-13, 139 to Essendon, 14-17, 101. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Fremantle versus Brisbane at Optus Stadium. We've got Brisbane kicking 5 goals, 4 to Fremantle, 4-3. Brisbane are up by 7 points. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Fremantle, they've kicked 2 goals, 2 to Brisbane, 4 goals, 1 goal, 1. And at halftime, it is even 41 apiece. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Brisbane, they've kicked 5 goals, 1 to Fremantle, 4 goals, 6. And at three-quarter time, Fremantle are down by 1 point. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Fremantle, they've won by 13 points. They kicked 6 goals, 3 to Brisbane, 4 goals, 1. Final scores, Fremantle 16-14, 110 to Brisbane, 15 goals, 7, 97. All right. Let's go to the next game. It is Gold Coast Suns versus Geelong Cats at Metricon Stadium. Gold Coast, they've kicked 5 goals, 5-35 to Geelong, 3 goals, 6. 24, 9 points the difference, Gold Coast way. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, very even. Gold Coast 2-5 to Geelong 2-2. At halftime, Gold Coast are up by 14 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Geelong have kicked 5 goals, 6 to Gold Coast, 4 goals, 4. And at three-quarter time, Gold Coast are up by 6 points. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Geelong have won by 7 points. Gold Coast, they kicked 1 goal, 1 to Geelong, 3 goals, 2. And let's go to the next game. It is Western Bulldogs versus St Kilda at Marvel Stadium. St Kilda have kicked 4 goals, 1, 25 to the Bulldogs, 1-8. Let's go to the second quarter. St Kilda got a handy lead of 17 points. Western Bulldogs, they kicked 6 goals, 4 to St Kilda, 1-2 in that second quarter. And now Western Bulldogs are up by 15 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Western Bulldogs kicking 4 goals, 5 to St Kilda, 3-4 in that third quarter. St Kilda down by 22 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Last quarter, St Kilda kicking 4 goals, 5 to Western Bulldogs, 1 goal, 3. And in the end, Western Bulldogs just got over the line by 2 points. Western Bulldogs final scores 12-14, 86 to St Kilda, 12 goals, 12, 84. All right, let's go to the last game of the round. It's Collingwood versus Richmond. We've got Collingwood kicking 6 goals, 2 to Richmond, 1-4. And Collingwood are up by 28 points in the first quarter. Let's go to the second quarter. Collingwood kicking 3 goals, 4 to Richmond, 1-4. And at halftime, Collingwood are up by 40 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Richmond kicking 6 goals, 2 to Collingwood, 4 goals, 1. And 3/4 time, Richmond are down by 27 points. Let's go to the last quarter of this game. And in the end, Collingwood have won by 30 points. Final scores, Collingwood 15-9, 99 to Richmond 9-15, 69. All right. That concludes round 17. We've got finals next round. Okay, so next week's finals starts on Saturday, 22nd of June, 2024. We've got the grand final on the 28th of June. But round 18, we've got the rematch of round 17. It is Adelaide Crows versus Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. So that's going to be a ripper. GWS Giants versus Geelong Cats at Giant Stadium. And then we've got round 17 replay as well. Richmond versus Collingwood at the MCG. So we had Adelaide beat Port Adelaide by 8 points. And then we had Collingwood beat Richmond by 5 goals. And then we've got Sydney versus Melbourne at the SCG. Okay, so let's go road to premiership. So that's the road to premiership at the moment. It's going to be full of excitement, these finals. But who is going to win the premier? Who's going to be the premiers for Dice Season 5? Yeah, it's very exciting to find out who's going to be that in 10 days' time. All right, that concludes round 17. On Saturday, the 22nd of June, we have the final series starting. We'll see you then. All right. Talk to you soon.